At 6, Georgia's anti-abortion law, better known as the Heartbeat Bill, moved closer to likely action by the U.S. Supreme Court today.
Well, the bill puts some of the most restrictive limits on abortion in the country. CBS 46 special assignment reporter Sally Sears reveals the importance of this legal hearing. Sally?
It is true that abortion providers like these in Northeast Atlanta and healthcare collaboratives for women across the state are encouraged by today's hearing and very hopeful that this bill will never go into effect in Georgia. Adding more restrictions to abortions and making it harder for women to get them and for public dollars to pay for them. That's been a long fight for abortion opponents ever since Roe v. Wade legalized almost 40 years ago. Since then, public opinion has stayed remarkably consistent about how people think about abortion. In other words, few minds seem to have changed since then. But today's fresh intensity follows the Supreme Court appointments, which could shake support for Roe v. Wade, and Georgia's law could be that very test.
As you all know, Georgia is a state that values life. We protect the innocent. We champion the vulnerable. We stand up and speak for those who are unable to speak for themselves.
We stood our ground in terms of being able to let folks know and let this governor know that, this is pretty much an open and shut case for us.
That's Monica Simpson. She's with Sister Love, one of the many plaintiffs in the case, and it was the ACLU who argued it on behalf of the women in Georgia who are part of this lawsuit. Many women in Georgia, of course, are not. Today's hearing was conducted via Zoom. There were lots of people on the call. The idea of when Judge Steve Jones may make a decision about this could be weeks, could be months, but regardless of who wins, the loser is almost certain to appeal to the U.S. Supreme Court, which is likely to take this up as an early first test of some of these new appointees by President Trump. Live in Northeast Atlanta, I'm Sally Sears, CBS 46 News.